Really have the exact dates. I started in October of 2007. Suzanne? My first day with interviewing was with Joe. And before we even went into the interview, I came in and he was having a conversation with Brian Smith, who is no longer with us. And Brian Smith was having an issue with the customer on a Tempur-Pedic and the smell. And they had just got it delivered. And Brian could not figure out what to do with this customer. So he's coming and trying to pawn it off on Joe to take care of. And I'm just kind of standing back because, you know, I'm brand new. I haven't even interviewed for the job yet. And I just hear Joe telling him, dude, just freaking tell her to cut an apple open and pectin in the apple. It'll take the smell away. And then, okay, so that's my first thought and impression.
She's the lady that probably cut the apple open and didn't put it on a plate, stuck it on the Tempur-Pedic, and then had me swap it because it stained the bed.
Probably. I don't know about that. So anyhow, we interview over at Panera Bread. And we go in there, and we're sitting in the back, and anybody who goes into a Panera knows if you don't order anything, they got the little water cups over there. And we're sitting back there interviewing, just drinking soda or whatnot, whatever, from it with the little cups. So this is my second impression, and we had a great interview. We talked for about an hour and a half. No. So we're talking for about an hour and a half. I mean, the conversation's just flowing, and it's all good. And I you know, he's like, yeah, I'll get back to you. You know, I have to talk to Sam and find out. And I think about a week and a half went by, and I hadn't heard anything. And I was like, well, dude, how long does it take for him to talk to his regional? So I finally call him back. He's like, oh, yeah, no, Sam's okay. You're on. When can you start and everything? I was like, all right, cool. So I'm game for this new adventure. So then my next memory flips over to my first day. And
you wonder why we're short-staffed in Tampa?
It's all good. So my next memory starts on my first day, and I'm paired up with Lauren over in Countryside. And this was the first day that she had just found out. Now, it wasn't announced yet. She had just found out she was going to be an area manager. And this is all good. I mean, I had come from Starbucks, okay, which has a beautiful culture in itself, but it's a much more surface culture, okay? There's a lot of hugsy, kissy, act this way, be completely politically correct. And after being with that company for 3.5 years, that first day was actually very refreshing to me, okay? Because I had just gotten done being a manager over 25 people where I felt like I had a baby step around every little thing I said and did. So I'm working with Lauren, and she's just being as real, and she's letting me in on that first day that she was an area manager and it's inventory, and everybody who knows Lauren knows that there's nothing not real about her and any of her expressions and mannerisms and everything else. So I'll leave it at that. It was a good first day. Okay, so now we fast forward, and I'm sure it was in the first month that Clearwater mattress went down. And we had I don't know if it was my first Saturday morning meeting or one of the first, and it was in Tampa, and Sam's in town, and everybody's really somber, and they've got a casket that they're bringing. And I'll tell you what, I mean, so they held a funeral for Clearwater mattress, which was flippin' awesome. That I'm like, right there, I was like, dude, I found my home. I love this place. It was great. I mean, the whole first month experience was just set the tone of just a culture that was real and no BS and fun and everything else. So just not one specific day, but a first month of just setting a very solid foundation for me.